Alright, it is time, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the early reactions, early reviews for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is Quentin Tarantino's new film that is coming out this year, and one of my most anticipated of the year, and I'm super excited to see what these people have to say about the film. But before we jump into it, I just have to give a disclaimer that I don't rely on the opinions, the reviews of these critics to gauge and form my own opinion for the movie. All I like to do is just look at the opinions of other people and kind of get a general feel of what we can expect from the movie. That's pretty much all I do with these kinds of videos and stuff. If you are a subscriber of mine, you know this by now, but in case you are someone new to the channel, if you are, then welcome. Let's go ahead and check out what these people have to say about the movie, and we can talk about it as we do that. So, Jason Gorber says, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, historically dubious, thematically brilliant, Quentin Tarantino finds his form in film that could win Palme d'Or or be picketed by audiences, or maybe both. Thrilling, provocative, blackly comical, intensely unsettling masterwork. Now that sounds like Quentin Tarantino to a T, and I'm super excited because I love dark comedy and stuff like that. I'm really excited to see how that is going to play out in the film, and I think that Quentin Tarantino is a master of dark comedy, and that's why I'm super excited to see what he's going to be doing with that. It's thrilling, provocative, and intensely unsettling, and I love it. I love films that are unsettling, so that is good news, and I'm really excited to see how that plays out in the movie. And let's see here. We have Jordan Rumi, who says, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino wasn't joking when he said this was the closest to Pulp Fiction that he has come. He juggles a mosaic of characters and storylines in this one, eventually stringing them together for a relentlessly playful and touching finale, which is awesome. It sounds like, in a way, it kind of sounds like a cross of like Pulp Fiction and Hateful Eight, in a way, kind of with a vast array of characters, and then they all kind of come together, and you see how that kind of has consequences and stuff. So I'm excited to see how that plays out in the movie, and that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. I personally, okay, don't hate me or anything, but I personally, I really like Pulp Fiction, and I really enjoyed it a lot, and I thought it was a good movie, but it's not one of my favorite of Quentin Tarantino's movies. But from what it sounds like that this is going to be kind of, in some ways, kind of maybe even possibly a step up from Pulp Fiction, which I know is crazy to say because Pulp Fiction is such a classic. But with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on here. Kyle Buchanan says, there will be many hot takes to come on the new Tarantino, but I don't mind letting mine cool off on the counter a little longer. I know it's more relaxed than I was expecting, and that DiCaprio is terrific, funny, and poignant. The rest, I'm sure I'm gonna mull over. It's more relaxed than you expected, which is interesting because Tarantino's movies aren't usually relaxed at all. But even from the trailer, I just watched the trailer earlier today, I thought that the movie had a nice vibe of cheeriness to it, a nice vibe of like something that just made you feel pleasant as you were watching it. That's just the feeling I got from the trailer and stuff, and it makes me really excited to see how that is going to play out in the movie. And it sounds like that the movie might in fact be possibly Quentin Tarantino's cheeriest movie yet, which I wouldn't mind because I believe that Quentin Tarantino knows how to do that in a way that will still benefit the story and still be engaging for the audience. And yeah, DiCaprio, I can't wait to see DiCaprio in this movie as well. Quentin Tarantino's brilliant exploitation black comedy Once Upon a Time in Hollywood finds a pulp fictionally redemptive take on the Manson nightmare. Shocking, gripping, dazzlingly shot in the celluloid primary colors of sky blue and sunset gold. Review later. Sounds interesting. That's really interesting. So yeah, and that's another thing I noticed about the trailer as well, is that the coloring is so awesome, so dynamic, so eye-catching, and I really can't wait to see how that plays out throughout the entire movie as well. Chris Knight says, I laughed, I gasped, I wondered, what would Roman Polanski think? I begrudgingly agreed not to tweet out spoilers, Tarantino delivers an ode to Hollywood's lost innocence while cheekily suggesting it never had any to begin with, which is a good point, which is a really good point, because Hollywood never really was an innocent beast, I don't think, is what I believe, just from my personal studies of Hollywood's history and stuff. But with that being said, I think there is a certain charm that Hollywood used to have that might be lost today. And maybe that is more in line of what Tarantino is referencing here. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is wonderful. It's like Tarantino is just dreamily reminiscing for our benefit. Feels innocent somehow. Lovely, pure, hilarious. Witnessing Robbie, DiCaprio, and Pitt pristinely embody 60s LA is enough to make it great, and that payoff sounds really awesome. Sounds like that the end of the movie, the climax, if you will, sounds like it's going to be really, really awesome, really, really epic, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. And it sounds like the movie just is very, like this guy says, lovely, pure, hilarious. It sounds like there is a lot of that throughout the movie. There's a lot of black comedy, a lot of really pure themes, a lot of cheerful themes to it and stuff. So I'm super excited to see how all that is going to tie together. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is so gloriously, wickedly indulgent, compelling, and hilarious. The film Quentin Tarantino was born to make. That's a pretty big statement there. The world is a more colorful place in Quentin Tarantino's Twilight Zone. Round 2, please. So yeah, everyone is saying that it's hilarious. And that is definitely something that I'm excited about, because I think Quentin Tarantino has a really fun sense of humor and a really smart sense of humor, and I'm excited to see how that is going to play out in the movie. And honestly, just hearing these thoughts from these people about the movie definitely gets me even more excited for the movie. It sounds like the movie is going to be hilarious, really, really funny, and very dark black comedy type of humor and stuff, which is going to be really cool to see in the movie. It sounds like at the same time it also has a sense of innocence, a sense of purity to it. It really is a nice callback to the 60s of Hollywood and stuff. And it sounds like the finale of the movie is going to be pretty memorable, pretty doggone epic. So I'm excited to see that as well. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these reviews, about these reactions to the movie. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then consider subscribing to the channel, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.